the activation of the Crozat. The activation of the Crozat is done by pre-measuring the width of the appliance on the model. At this stage, the appliance is passive. The width is 33 millimeters. The measurement in the bicuspid, the first bicuspid, is 27 millimeters. The appliance is removed and our first activation is done. The appliance is activated using the flat on flat. Some people prefer a 3-prong pliers. A light squeeze is done and the appliance opens up at the back. This should give us our desired 3 millimeters of activation. Our desired measurement is 36 millimeters. So if the activation is correct, it should correspond with a measurement on the Bowley gauge. In this case, it is a little bit too much and we have to back it down. We use the 3-prong pliers to take it back. Perfect. The next activation is to activate the lingual arms. In this case, the appliance is flipped around and a 3-jaw pliers is used. The third leg of the 3-jaw pliers is inserted into the crib. The appliance is held on the table and the hand is used to bend out the lingual arm. Same activation is repeated on the other side. The desired measurement should be 29 millimeters. Actually 30. The next activation is the activation of the anterior wires. The first activation is down one width of the wire towards the tooth. The same is done with the anterior wires. The appliance should fit snugly. If there is a problem with retention, we use the small oculus to ensure that the appliance sits with enough retention. We use the small oculus and turn the crescent wires in. This will ensure it to have enough retention into the undercut. This is a very important activation and will lead to the success of the treatment. The crescent wires can also be cut shorter if desired. Another activation is to depress the crib to get better retention and frictional fit. This can be done by hand. The Crozat is a very good appliance for the permanent dentition. The distal springs to the sevens are also activated with a flat-on-flat pliers. The activation is done one width of the wire towards the tooth to ensure pressure for posterior development. The final retention of the Crozat is done by using the small oculus and bending the crescent wires of the cribs. This ensures good retention The crescents are bent with a small oculus into the undercut. This will ensure the appliance to sit tight and snugly. It is very important to engage these areas of the tooth interproximally and into the undercut. The crescents are normally left quite long when it comes from the lab. In such a case, the wires are trimmed a little bit shorter to ensure good seating. This is the final trimming done by the dentist. The cribs can also be depressed in order for it to have better frictional fit. The inside of the clasp is also trimmed after 1 month to ensure very good seating around the teeth. The Crozat is used for full arch development and is a orthopedic and orthodontic appliance.